Let's get it, buddy. I'm very excited to be back on board. What was I gonna say? I can't remember. But anyways, I know you guys saw that video about the free trade copier. A lot of you are probably wondering when it's gonna happen, all this stuff. But this is not the topic to be talking about right now. This is a very important topic because a lot of people were asking this in the beginning. They're like, "Cool, how is it that you go to college full time and trade full time and send out signals and do YouTube and watch your kids, and how do you manage your schedule?" That's probably like the number one thing, right? How do you manage your schedule? Well, first off, you gotta set your daily agendas and your daily tasks every single day. I mean, for me, I didn't. For me, I was also using like first I was using like a notebook, and then I went to a planner. I write every single thing down, like what I had going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I had my school schedule because I was going to classes almost every day. And then I knew that if I go to classes from Monday through Thursday, then I didn't have any classes on Friday or the weekends. So that means that tells me, okay, I have more free time on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. But from Mondays to Thursdays, I was jam packed. Even when I was going to school full time, I was constantly spending about roughly almost 6 hours a day on the campus, about 6 hours a day from Monday through Thursday. And then I was spending about, at least 2 to 3 hours at home doing homework and getting prepared for exams and projects. Um, yeah, projects and school exams and I forgot the other word was called. But anyways, so I'm diving down a lot of subjects here and a lot of topics. But the main topic is how can you put your schedule as a full-time student, right? And you want to be a full-time Forex trader. You have to understand that you can't do full-time this and full-time that. A lot of people get confused on saying, well, I want to do full-time this, I want to do full-time that, I want to do full-time this. What I was told in school, anything full-time is eight hours or more. That's what's considered full time. But in college, right, they say it's 12 credits or more. I mean, if that's what you want to put your time into, yes, you can. The number one thing that people don't understand is that I sacrificed a lot of my sleep time to be where I'm at today. I just gotta say that. I talk about sacrificing my sleep time almost every video. And when I was full blown on YouTube, every London sessions from in the fall, from September, October, November, and a little bit in December, but it was mostly through September, October, and November. And I was just diving through every London sessions. Then I would get up at 6 in the morning because London sessions for me is 2 in the morning. So by the time I get done trading for like an hour or two, then I only have like 3-4 hours, like less than 4 hours of sleep. And then I gotta get back up, go to class. And what I did during that time when I got home from class is that I took a nap. So I would take like, maybe an hour nap, 2 hours at the most, get back up, re-energize myself, and then get back up and then, get ready for Tokyo sessions. Take care of the kids, see what the kids need to do. And then hop in on the home office, and then here I am, and then I'm straight on to trading and chatting with people on Telegram, and then getting back on YouTube, and so that was my daily routine. A lot of people. I mean, the thing is that people don't see what happens, what I do behind the scenes, like when I get off making a video. When I get done making a video, usually I end up like going out with the family. Most of the time. I end up going out with the family because whether they need me, I mean, they don't really need me to go shopping with them, but I choose to go out with them so that, my wife can get her stuff situated on her list and grocery list, whether she's shopping for something, or if we have like family events, get-togethers, special occasions that come out. So it's just not like a lot of people look at it like, oh, it's just all about Forex. It's all about Forex. You have to get your mind out of that. A lot of people look, if you're single, yes, you can think about Forex all day long. I don't care. If you're single, you can do whatever you want, right? Because you don't have nobody, you're not tied down to with somebody else. Man, that a lot of people text me, let me turn this down. Turn this down, okay, thank you. So you're not tied down to people. You're not attached to somebody. You're not in a relationship because you are just you by yourself. You live by yourself. You're single. You can do whatever you want. You can get up. You can get out when you want. You don't have kids. I have kids. So for me, to put in this kind of busy schedule is because I choose to have a busy schedule, right? If you have a busy schedule, you're gonna stay. You can't. Here's the number one thing is that if you have a busy schedule, you don't want to overload yourself with more work that you can't afford to work on. I mean, that's the number one thing. Because if you put more work on what you're doing right now, let's just say you decide you want to trade Forex on top of what you're doing. Like you have a full-time job, you're a full-time student, you're probably a parent. I'm just gonna say this out, right? I'm not talking about the people that are single. I'm talking about the people that have kids, that have a family, that are going to school full time, that have a job, and they want to do this full time. You can't do this full time. There's no way. A lot of people just hop in here and all of a sudden they're staring at the screen, right? They're staring at their phone. Okay? They download the MetaTrader 4 app, they're staring at their phone, constantly looking at the signals, or they're constantly looking at these trades, and they're like, man, I need to make this money. You get into this mentality of thinking that you need to get this money. Now you're so worried about Forex, you forget everything else. I had to learn this the hard way when I decided to do Forex because I was all about Forex. Sometimes you got to take a step back and say, you know what? Okay, this is what I realized trying to go all in on Forex. You can go all in on Forex, but you have to understand if you have other obligations, you have to work on your primary obligations. You have to work on your primary sources of income. Okay, Forex can come later. And I learned that the hard way. I was all about Forex. I wanted to make it work. I made it happen. I lost it all and kept losing, right? I kept losing for almost about 6 months straight. It's not, like I said, it is not an easy gig. It is not something that it's not something that anybody should go full time in unless they really have the money. Like you can put $100,000 account, but if you, let's say, but the other way would be like if you put 100,000 and you end up doing some dumb trades and some stupid mistakes, like going like 50 lots and $100 lots. I mean, yeah, 100 lots. I mean, that's probably not a good idea, but that's just my opinion. But back to the schedule, like I was constantly pushing as much as I could with very little sleep. So, last year when I decided to start Signals and open up my LLC for Forex, then things got hectic. I'm not gonna lie, I got really, really stressed out. I was so overwhelmed. And you have to understand that when you decide to do services, everyone's gonna bug you. So you have to be prepared for that. And if you, just like I said, if you decided you want to be a full-time trader on top of what you're doing, you have to ask yourself, is it worth the time and how much time you're really going to do it? And yes, the more time you put into it, you're going to find your niche. You're going to find your style of trading. You're going to find every bit and pieces of your mistakes, your strengths and weaknesses. You always want to keep your strengths in the game of winning Forex. Always keep your strengths. Your strengths is your money maker everywhere you go, right? Your strengths keeps you in the ball game. Your weaknesses, you can always focus on your weaknesses during the weekends because Forex isn't really running during the weekend. So so what you know, that was my scenario of going to school full time, right? And I knew that, like I said, Monday to Thursday I was jam packed. Friday, Friday I had no classes. Saturday, Sundays no classes, but most of the weekend time was for my family. And then and like I said, when I started services, I was constantly jam packed in the office, on the go as soon as I got home, because I want to make this work. And when you want to make this work, to be honest, when you want to make your business work, you're sacrificing a lot of time. I mean, yes, sleep time, but you're sacrificing family time, uh, whatever you want, like hobby time. You're sacrificing everything else to do business. And so, as an entrepreneur, that is something in the beginning that you should be doing because you want your business to thrive. But I don't want to jump into more. I don't want to jump into like a business motivational topic here. But like I said, schedule. You have to stay on top of your schedule all the time. If you don't stay on top of your schedule, you're gonna fall behind on every single task that you were doing before you did Forex. That's the most important thing. People forget that, oh yeah, I had other things to do. I had other priorities to do versus trading Forex. People hop into this Forex trading thinking that, most people get in here thinking that they're gonna get rich quick. They have the mindset of thinking that, oh, if I get on somebody's signals, I will make millions of dollars or something. Not gonna happen like that. Especially for someone that doesn't know what Forex is. You know, I don't care who you copy and paste from, it doesn't matter. So it's really important for you to diversify your time and to understand that how much time you're willing to put into trading if you get in, and what your schedule is going to look like if you are a full-time student, full-time mom, full-time dad, you're married. I'm not talking about people that are single, because if you're single, you should already have the time to do this. And that's if you see Forex as an opportunity of making an extra source of income, or you see this as a career change for yourself, or you want to change your profession, or if you just want to get out of your job and do trading full time. And so the number one thing is that when you start making consistent income, is that you should make full-time income trading part-time. That's the beauty of trading Forex. It's not about being a full-time trader making full-time income. That's not the lifestyle. The lifestyle is trading part-time, making a full-time income to replace. Because if you're making $2,000 a month at your job and you were using standard lots in Forex, you can make $2,000 in one day or in a week. Now you are crunching in that amount of time in 30 days, right? But you are leveraging the Forex, right? You're leveraging the Forex because Forex gives you leverage, and you can trade at a higher rate, and that means you can have more time to do whatever you need to do. That's the beauty of it. When I'm even though, like I said, even though I'm doing services, I'm constantly looking at charts and giving people signals all the time. I'm constantly trying to work on something else. I always have other business projects I want to work on besides just trading Forex. That's something that's beyond trading Forex. That's if you are an actual true business entrepreneur. You'd be looking for other opportunities to invest and make more money so you can diversify your income and have more multiple sources of income instead of relying on Forex. You have to understand that Forex is just an active income, active trading. So you have to trade to make money. If you're not trading, you're not making money. And that's the only downfall of trading Forex. But if you can trade part-time, make a full-time income, and you find that consistency, and you find your style of trading is starting to work, keep your strengths, that is beauty right there. And you have to define that within yourself and within your own style of trading. And with the mistakes that you make, then you're gonna start looking into, you know, your own types of strategies that are gonna work for you. Everyone gives you a strategy, but within the strategy, you're gonna find that little thing that works for you. So, and then you start nitpicking out those methods and those little pinpoints, and then it becomes your own strategy. So it's very important to understand that. Something else I was gonna talk about, well, that's fine. Anyways, yeah, like I said, for this topic about, like I said, about my schedule, I mean, as a full-time student, full-time, like stay-at-home dad, and doing Forex as a business, like I said, it's like one thing after another, and on top of each other. And then you have to say, okay, what's more important, right? School or business or trading Forex, being a stay-at-home dad. I mean, obviously the most important thing is that, to me, is my family. Because without my family, I wouldn't even be here. So, and the business, like I said, to be honest, if I started the business before school, I would stay with the business before finishing school. But that's on a whole different path. So I'm already done with school. That's out of the way. And then now I can solely focus on the business and trading Forex and being a stay-at-home dad more with my kids. So that's the most important thing. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. So other than that, like I said, I hope this makes sense. If there's something that I'm missing, please let me know, because I've been I was hopping on different topics. So other than that, like I said, other than that, I posted a little bit on the free trade cap here. Don't forget about the giveaway, $500. And other than that, yeah, so other than that, have a great Saturday night, guys. And like I said, be ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow, you never know what to expect for this upcoming week, especially for the new monthly candle. And you can see where the dollar is already pinned down. So, but we'll see where things are going to go for the US dollar for this upcoming week. Oh, yeah, midterm elections are coming up too. So that's another huge thing for Republicans. I would pay attention close to that.